God is standing strong where I breathe. God is breathing life in and out and through me, as me, where I sing. God is where I dance. Joy lifts my feet. Where I live, beauty's flowing free, in and out and through me, as me. Oh, where I doubt, God is the faith in me. Where I cry, God is the comfort there. Where I seek, God is the answer. Here now, forever and ever and ever. Oh, where I speak, truth is. Where I work, love is my career. Where I play, God is playing boldly, in and out and through me, as me. Oh, where I doubt, God is the faith in me. Where I cry, God is the comfort there. Where I see, God is the answer. Here now, forever and ever, ever, where I speak, truth is. Where I work, love is my career. Where I play, God is playing boldly, in and out and through me, in and out and through me, in and out and through me, as me.
Let's take that to our opening prayer. I invite our prayer chaplains to surround us with their presence. And I invite you to let the chair you're sitting in hold you completely. Whether it be your chair here in the sanctuary or your chair at home for those of you joining us from across the world. And to let the music you hear transport you to someplace. Right here and right now, Spirit, God, Source, love is working through us, in us, and everywhere around us. We open ourselves to the infinite possibility of this now moment. We open ourselves to the infinite good that is available to us when we release the pain and the suffering and the struggle to know the truth that wherever we are, God is. Wherever we play, God is playing. Wherever we mourn, God is the comfort. All of life is available to us. All of the feelings we experience are part of the divine energy that transforms us as it transports us. All is possible with God. All is possible in Spirit. And as we open ourselves to this knowing, this experience of abundance, of grace, of love and celebration, we open ourselves to the wholeness of life, to the intimate, intricate, and amazing journey that we call this day. So as we celebrate, as we come together in community, we give thanks, for we are so blessed and we are so grateful, and we know together the truth that as we take this next breath, we are so blessed. Amen. Ashe. And so it is. Welcome, everyone here and online. I'm Reverend Ken Daigle. I have the honor of being the senior minister here. And I have my pleasure to introduce David Montecalvo and Tyler Kruger as our platform assistants today. Yay.
Good morning, Unity.
It's so good to see you all, both here in the room and online. I hope it is a beautiful day in your consciousness.
Yes. Here at Unity, we are glad to celebrate again another Sunday service with all of you here present and everybody online. But we stand for spiritual truth that is unchanging. In the midst of this moments of history that are bumpy, I know and return my mind to the practice, to the meditation, to the study of that which is unchanging. That it is our true divine nature that is love, that is inclusivity, that is warmth and connection. To let that not be forgotten.
Yeah, one of the affirmations that have been with me this week in the midst of so much turbulence is God is my source of good. And I've been holding that as I've been praying for openings and love to shine through and realizations for different leadership to realize those sorts of things. Right. And so we can hold that for ourselves, that God is our source of good. And we are God, right? God is. So, at Unity San Francisco, we hope to be a spiritual resource,
yes.
No matter what's going on in the world, any time of year. And we were talking, it's already going to be March next year, next month, next week, whatever. Sometime it's March somewhere. It's March in my consciousness. No, but March comes the Lent season. And so to prepare for the Lent season, we have Lent booklets.
Yes. Available for you. The ushers can pass them out to you. And if you're viewing with us online, just send us an email to the office at unitysf.com, and we're more than happy to send you a Lent booklet. It's the New Thought movement, the Home Office's reinterpretation of Lent to be releasing confusion, to be releasing anxiety, to be releasing stress, and to be re-establishing the knowing of that wisdom and that love and that true nature within.
What I love about Lent from the Unity tradition is that it's about releasing and not necessarily denying oneself chocolate. It's about releasing things that hold us back. So we're excited to have that as a resource.
Right. Check out these that are here in the foyer and also available for you. But we also want to say that we take our inspiration from those who came before. And this February, we're celebrating Black History Month. And there is in the seat back in front of you, another Unity publication, Gems of Wisdom from Black Leaders of the New Thought Movement. So we invite you to take this with you as well. Part of our celebrating Black History Month is that every Sunday we've been highlighting one of the Black leaders of the New Thought Movement. And after service today, we're going to be watching a documentary. It was made for the PBS audience. It's on the spirituality of Howard Thurman, who was a mystic and a reverend. He took his life and decided to study and become a Unity reverend, and then he remained a mystic. He remained somebody who wanted the experience of the divine, not just to read about it, but wanted to experience it. So we invite you to stay with us after service.
The title of the documentary is Backs Against the Wall.
Right.
And it's about standing firm in the midst of oppression and resistance.
Yes.
So I'm excited to be here for that.
Reverend Howard Thurman was one of the influencers of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So stay with us after service for this documentary.
Yeah. All right. And we are, next slide, please. We are unapologetically inclusive. And so that means that no matter where you're at in your spiritual journey, we're here for a place of being a landing spot for those who are broken and a place of celebration for those who want to identify their spiritual identity. And we're all here for a reason. And so we hope that in the midst of these trying times that you feel welcomed and accepted and warmth in Unity San Francisco.
We have an affirmation. We believe in affirmations to declare the truth using the power of our words. So we have an affirmation about unapologetically inclusive, and I'll say it once, and I invite you to know this with me together. I commit to awakening myself and the world to infinite possibilities. Can we know this together? I commit to awakening myself and the world to infinite possibilities.
And so it is.
So it is.
If you are here at Unity San Francisco, I invite you to have a paper bulletin if you're here in the room, and one of our wonderful, delightful ushers will bring you a bulletin. If you're joining us online, go to our website at unitysf.com, and you'll see all of the upcoming programming and events that we have going on. And if you are here, please fill out this spiritual connection card. And if this is your first time, fill it out. This is your 10,000th time here. Please also fill that out, because it's a way that we keep track of any address changes, and it's also a way that we pray over these things. Reverend Ken prays over them. So fill out this front part. There is a digital connection card to fill out online. But we'll return to this later in the service.
Yes,
so
and one of the important parts is that of the connection card is if you're a first-time guest, please let us know. If you're here with us live, we have a Unity publication for you, or if you're viewing with us online, we can send you a little gift electronically. So fill out that spiritual connection card online as well, and let us know if you're a first-time guest.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Becoming a member is incredibly important because every year we have an annual meeting where we vote on important church-related business. And so we invite you to scan that QR code. There's also a link on our website and in our newsletter to fill that out. Again, if you've been a member for previously, we have to renew it every year. I just did mine this week. And if you're new to Unity San Francisco, we invite you to also do that. And I hope that you find this as your spiritual home.
Yes.
And we'll return to that later as well.
One of the things we really believe in is practicing meditation, to take that time to go within, to reconnect with spiritual truths, knowing that that divinity is my true nature. It's just up to me to turn my attention toward it, to reawaken my connection, to realize once again. So there are various opportunities. One of them is the Sunday morning sound meditation every Sunday, both here in the room, but also broadcast online on Zoom. And that's with the prayer chaplain or with Reverend Elizabeth, one of our beautiful prayer chaplains who usually leads the Sunday morning sound meditation. So join us 10:15 every Sunday. But also, Monday through Friday, there's a 15-minute, 12 to 12:15 midday meditation. So go to the website, click the Zoom link, join us Monday through Friday at 12 noon. And then we have a wonderful library on our website of meditations. They can be 5 minutes, they can be 15 minutes, a little curated playlist of meditations that you can click on at any time that you're in that moment of wanting to reconnect with the truth within. So check out our website, unitysf.com.
Yes. And in continuing on our theme of Black History Month, we are featuring we have a special video from one of the most profound, prolific New Thought musicians, Miss Ricky Byers. And I was thinking, what's your favorite Ricky Byers song, Tyler? Because we sing them all over the time.
I Release and I Let Go. We sing that a lot here.
Yes, and I love It All Fades Into God. And so she has a special message for us, and we'll play it here. Yes.
Ricky Byers.
My name is Ricky Byers, and in celebration of African American History Month or Black History Month, I've been asked to say something about the different eras I've lived through and the gifts that I bear and how they've impacted a movement or the world. And so I'll begin by saying that in 1975, I found myself at Little Carnegie Hall in New York City. And my uncle had taken me there because he knew that I was going to be in the music business. So he said, I want to give you something to get you ready. And he took me to my first New Thought gathering. And Raymond Charles Barker was the teacher there. And but what really moved me was not Raymond Charles Barker. It was the singer. The singer was incredible. She connected me with something with a time in my youth. And her name was Catherine. I can't remember her last name, but she was incredible. And I think it was Anderson. But she sang Let Us Break Bread Together on Our Knees. And when she sang that, it connected me to my youth. It connected me to the songs that I heard in the segregated South. You know, the songs that the teachers taught us and we sang so beautifully. And it connected me to God in a deep and sweet way. A God that I had left, a God that I couldn't touch anymore. And there I was in the heart of God again. And eventually I would leave New York and come to Los Angeles and find my way to other New Thought churches. And I found them to be quite interesting. The big thing about the New Thought churches was that they did not have a strong music component. You know, but they had a strong teaching and course of study, but the music didn't have that soul factor. And it seemed that I brought the soul factor, and I didn't quite understand that, but that's what I was doing. And so when I entered the doors of the Agape International Spiritual Center with Michael Bernard Beckwith as the minister, everything shifted a whole lot. And I would eventually create the body of work that many people are using in their services, or they find some of the songs to uplift them. The Spirit of God is upon me, or how can I serve, or let me love in a holy, holy way, or we let it be, or so many songs just poured from me, poured from my soul, and they're still pouring. And that whole era of creativity would catapult me forward in a powerful way. And I wanted to be more loving in my heart, and I wanted to care for other people in a different kind of way, in a deeper way. And I'm representing wherever I go. But I'm not just representing for Black people. I'm representing for the Holy Spirit, the Holy, Holy, the Holy, Holy way.
Right. Ricky Byers.
And as the music team is getting into place, I invite you to stand as you are willing and able in the room and online as well.
Let's sing Holy, Holy Way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me know that love is all around. Let me know that love is all around. Oh, let me know that love is all around. Let me know that love serve in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me pray in a holy, holy way. Let me pray in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me pray in a holy, holy way. Let me pray in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way. We have reached our time of interactive meet and greet. Please greet your neighbor with a handshake, a hug, a fist bump, or a toe tap. Happy Sunday!
Front and center. Oh, it's kind of funnier if I'm standing off screen and like, hi, hey Tom, hi Emmy, hi Francine, Suzette, Dan. Oh my goodness, so many people. Julia, good to see you.
Hi Suzette, hi Julia, I hope you're enjoying school. And who else is there? Hi Emmy and hi Francine and who else? Oh, hi Mary and Tom and Sean. Who else is there? Oh, Stan. Happy Sunday, everybody.
Good morning, everybody. Hello, Tom. Hey, Sean. Hey, Emmy. Hey, Francine. Suzette, good to see you. Hi, Julia. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Stan. All the kids are going up to the stage, and we're going to do Blessing of the Children in just a second.
I'll say hello. Do you want me to give it?
Okay, go on. Joshua.
Hi there. Good morning. Have a great week, everyone. Hi, Tom. Hi.
We're going to mute everybody and turn our attention back to the stage. Reverend Ken.
Hi, everybody. If you haven't had a chance to... Woohoo! Wow. Lots of energy in the room. Lots of energy on Zoom. Lots of energy today. Fabulous. If you haven't had a chance to greet everybody yet, there's a great hospitality hour downstairs with great food. And we're honoring Lunar New Year, and there's some great food down there. So for all of our friends who celebrate the Lunar New Year, it's also, we didn't mention that earlier, I want to take a time to say, to celebrate this, a new beginning. Always there's a chance for new beginnings, but we'll take it any way we can, right? Today, we have the kids up here on stage, and they're going to talk about what they're doing today. They're doing a special project. Roma, you wanted to talk about it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Me, Rosalie, and my dad are doing, we're giving out clothes to Goodwill and a family that has 3 kids.
Right? So actually, not to Goodwill. You want to explain what we're going to do with him?
I don't know what we're doing.
Okay.
So you two are doing awesome. They've already started sorting. We have a carload full of little kids' clothes, and they're sorting them and putting them into piles. We have one family that we're reaching out and helping. And in addition to that family, we're also, whatever remains, we're going to give to the...
Rita Casilla.
Rita Casilla.
De Casilla.
De Casilla.
Yes.
The house that we have been supporting throughout the year that is for women living with HIV and their children.
And how we found out about it is a friend that had our dog.
Right.
What are their names?
I don't remember, sweetie, but it's
What
okay.
are their names?
We don't know their names. We just
don't know
their
their names.
ages.
Yeah. We know the kids' age.
The people who took care of our dog.
Oh, Yeah, our friend Allison
Yeah.
let us know about this family.
Yeah, bye.
All right, let's go back to Papa. Good job, Roma.
Great, thank you. Woo! Yay! So we have a blessing for these children and for all the world's children. The children we're supporting through this drive, for the kids here, and for the kids in our families, in our lives, and our own inner child. If you didn't hear this as a child, hear it from me now. You are God's perfect expression of divine life. We see you and we love you exactly the way you are. And I see all the motion that's going on behind me here. So let's know it for these kids and for all the kids. You are God's perfect expression of divine life. We see you and we love you exactly the way you are. And so it is. Can you take this off with you? Thank you. Put it back in that rack. So once again, I'm doing an affirmative prayer workshop, 2 different ways, in person and online, Sunday, March 9th, 1:30 here, and on the March 10th at 6 o'clock in the evening online. So you need to register to do the online class, of course, because we want to make sure that we can get you the Zoom link in time. So please register for either course that you want to take, and no one is turned away for lack of funds. And it's a suggested love offering of $30. It is, as you'll hear when I talk a little bit later, one of the things that transformed and transported me into my current life. Affirmative prayer is an amazing vehicle. And I want to tell you more about it. And I want more and more people to practice it. So that's why we do this all the time. So in the meantime, I'm going to give you Misa once again with a song, Misa Malone.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on a tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies are having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, that's what I mean. And this old world is a new world and a bold world for me. It's a new day. It's a new life. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life. Hey, it's a new dawn, a new day, a new life for me. I'm feeling feeling good. I feel so good. Hey, I feel so good. Feeling good.
Miss Misa Malone. Woo! Thank you, my love. Thank you. Woo! How you feeling? Good. Thank you, Misa. It was amazing. So, I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel. I don't know how to start this conversation today, because I've had the conversation with myself and I've had it with you so many times, and I've written about it and I've played with it and I've experimented with it, and I'm on the verge of a deeper understanding. So I'm just going to dive in. I'm going to dive in, and I planned all this, and I have a slide deck, but I just want to talk with you. I want to talk with you about this. So I'm going to be radical here and even throw something to our AV team. So all of a sudden, his head turned. I was like, oh no, what do I got to do now? So if in the middle of this conversation I want to have with you, you have a question, raise your hand, and Ryan's going to run up with a microphone for you, right? And you can interrupt me whenever you want, but I'm not sure that I'll respond when you want me to. Just raise your hand, and I'm in charge, but we're going to play with this. So today we're going to talk about time, talent, and treasure, and specifically this church thing called tithing of time, talent, and treasure. And what always trips me up, and what always trips up so many of the people I talk to when we discuss this, is this. Tithing is a way that churches manipulate you, right? Let's put it out there, right there. It's like, oh, they want your money. Churches want your money. That's what all this is about. But when I entered Unity and I entered the New Thought realm, I heard of a different way to understanding this. First is the idea of the 3 T's: time, talent, and treasure. And also, I heard from one of my first Unity minister, and one of my mentors is Eric Butterworth. And he talked about it as tithing, which literally the word means 10%, isn't about a numerical equation. It isn't about a strict law, but it is a spiritual practice. It is a practice that stretches you and transforms you into the realm of infinite possibility, into the realm of fully understanding the giving and receiving flow and the understanding of true abundance. Do we teach? Do we believe that we live in an infinite universe and that all that we have and all that we desire is possible? Or do we believe that there is only so much pie to go around and we've got to protect our little slice of it or get a little bit more of it so that we will always have enough? And those 2 questions, for me, have been paramount in understanding my sense of security and my sense of faith and my sense of possibility, right? And all those things need to be discussed openly. But when it comes to money, we frequently refuse to have the conversations because it's too scary, or I've had people say to me too, it's too personal. Right? They'll tell me about their sex life, but not their financial life, right? They'll tell me about what happened to them when they were 5 and what happened to them in their marriage, but they won't tell me about what's going on with them financially. And that's how twisted we have all gotten around this idea of giving of our resources. And I want to say it very clearly. Because of a lot of religious abuse that has happened in the past and has happened right now, people don't trust organized religion. That's why we try and stay as unorganized as possible around here. My staff agrees with me, trust me. That we try and stay as loosey-goosey as possible. But tithing is an investment to reap greater rewards. And my husband and I always talk about it this way. Where do we want to invest our tithe? Because what we want to do is invest so that we get something in return. We get more out. We're reaping a greater reward. So let's break down the 3 T's, right? The first one is time. And so so giving and receiving. I said that. I just didn't class the slide. The first one is time. So time is essential in giving. And when I say, and when we talk here about giving time, it means the time you give to your own spiritual practice. You being here on a Sunday is giving of your time. You are tithing of your time. When you do your meditations at home or prayer work at home, that is tithing of your time. When you read a book, take a class, watch a video from someone that inspires you, that's tithing of your time. And what that does is shift you. Those kind of teachings, that kind of meditation, that kind of breath work that Anu does, that we've done here all the time, shifts you at a core level. It changes your belief system. It awakens you to long-held beliefs that you might want to let go of. It awakens you to something that you could take on as a new way of being. And that shift transforms you into what you need to be to take the next step into your abundant life. It transforms you into something greater than you've been. I always talk about it when I found, after being raised Catholic my whole life and 13 years of Catholic school, kindergarten through senior high school, right? 13 years of priests and nuns and rote prayer, right? I can still say the rote prayers to this day, right? Because they're just part of me. So I first walked into that Unity Church and I heard them praying and I was like, wow, that is so different. I want to do that. I want to pray like that. So I joined the prayer chaplains and they taught me how to pray. But what they did in that process was expose everything that I was still holding on to from my previous religious beliefs and training. The thought that I was being punished for who I am, for what I had done, that I had to beg and plead to a God outside myself. All of that is challenged when you take an affirmative prayer class. And it helps you chip away that calcified bark that has encased you into what we think is us right today, right? This thing that we walk around with sometimes is created by the wounds of our lives. The shell we walk around in sometimes gets to be too rigid because we're protecting something. We're afraid if we show how vulnerable we are, or if we show some doubt that someone will take advantage of us. When we enter into tithing of our time in a spiritual practice, that gets exposed. That gets shifted fundamentally so that we become something else. And that's why we tithe of our time. But tithing is giving and receiving. So how do we receive time? How do we receive the gift of time? Well, one of the ways is that we are in this body at this time. There's a question over here. Someone bring that man a microphone and then take it away when I say so. So hold on for a minute, Marty. Hold on a minute. So he knows why I tease him. So hold on. So tithing is we've gotten to this point in our life, through whatever journey, whatever age you're on, whether you're one of our 20-year-olds in the room or whether you're one of our 80-year-olds in the room. You've gotten to this point and you have well-earned wisdom. You have well-earned understanding and knowledge and experience. And that is the gift of time. So you can look back on your life and say, look what I've overcome. Look what I've achieved. Look what I let go by. You can look in the present moment, in this moment in time, and know that sitting right here, right now, wherever you are while you're listening to this, you have everything you need. You have everything you need in this moment. You have enough air. You have enough oxygen in your blood. You have enough life to be listening to this. And then you can project into the future. What do I want to create? That is how time can be used as a tithing for you to receive. And you must receive it. You have to be open to the benefits of the time, the age you are, to the future you have in front of you, and most importantly, to this now moment. Marty.
Yeah, Reverend Ken, I'm wondering, can you give us some concrete examples of how we can inspire ourselves?
Just right there, right? So why, in this moment, is your being here on the planet a miracle? Yes, he said yes. Him being here on the planet. Everything you've been through in your life, Marty, every hardship, every disaster, every heartbreak, right? Can you look at them now and say you've learned something from them?
Almost every single one of them.
Yeah.
And perhaps every one, too.
Yeah. So that's a concrete example, right? Yeah. Do you still have dreams for your future?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes. Do you still have dreams for your future? Everybody in the room, anybody, and it's okay. If you can't see past the horizon to see a dream for your future, I've been there. I've been there. And that's okay. Stay in the present moment. But I know there is a new dawn. I know there's a new day, a new dawn, a new hope coming for you. And that's what you hold on to with time. And understanding the gift of time that I may not be able to see at this moment, but I know that there is more. There is more. There is more. Right? Talent. Tithing of talent. Now, I have this image. I asked for a singer because it's really easy to understand that we give of our talents. Our amazing singers here on the platform every week are amazing singers. But to give of your talent is so important for your spiritual journey. To give of your talents. And talents come in so many forms. But just think about some great examples of giving of talent. I think of the recently passed Jim and Rosalind Carter, right? And how they, after they left the White House, they started building houses for people who couldn't afford their own houses, and Habitat for Humanity. Across the United States and across the globe, they took their energy and a hammer and a saw and built homes. How many people have worked for Habitat for Humanity? I have. It's been an amazing journey in New York City to go build houses. You did. That's fabulous. Yeah. I saw another hand over here. It was an amazing experience. But what Jimmy and Rosalind did was bring it to a new level because they knew their notoriety. They knew that where they went, cameras would go. And it exposed it to all of us. Now, they weren't expert carpenters. Their talent in this life wasn't carpentry. But they used the skills they had as a talent to advance the world. And how many of us, I know there's a lot of us in the room, who are in some form of 12-step recovery, right? None of us, not a single one of us entered 12-step recovery because our lives were going well. It's not why you show up at the door, right? That's not why you take a seat in those rooms. But what happens when you do is immediately they put you to work, right? They ask you to set up the hospitality table. They ask you to put out the literature table. If you stick around for enough time, they will ask you to serve as an officer. What that does is people who have lost all sense of self-worth do the smallest possible thing to create the room for the next person who comes in. And that small act of putting out the chairs, putting up the tables, putting away the chairs, putting out the hospitality, builds self-esteem. So that one by one, day by day, inch by inch, sharing of our talents gives us the esteem we need to see over that horizon to what a life could possibly be. That's the power of giving of your talent, your service to something larger than yourself. You see it every week when you come in here. Someone volunteers to hand you a bulletin. Someone volunteers to stand up here with me and be the platform assistant. People volunteer to bring food downstairs. They volunteer with the youth and family. They volunteer all of their abilities so that you can walk in here on Sunday or turn on your computer or your phone at home and have a spiritual experience. But it does not happen without someone giving of their talent. And how do we receive talent? How do we receive talent? Can we sit here and say, oh, that was amazing? Can we just take in the amazing singers, the voices that come in? Do you realize that someone prepared the meals we're going to eat? The ones you just had downstairs? Someone went and picked up the donuts. That would be me. Someone made the eggs. Someone brought the bagels. Someone put it all out. Someone made the coffee. Those are all talents that we receive every day. When you got here, did you take your car? Did you take BART? Did you walk on the sidewalk? Someone designed the sidewalk. Someone designed the car. Someone filled your gas tank. Maybe it was you. Maybe it was your spouse. But someone created all of those things. They used their talents to give you an experience that was smooth and clear for today. Someone designed this microphone so that you can all hear me, that the camera so that you can all see me. The talent is ever present in our lives. The talents of caring for each other. Have you ever been really hugged by someone that changed your life when you needed it the most? That is a talent of giving. And it is also an important talent to be able to receive the hug. Have you ever tried to hug somebody who's like this? Don't hug me, don't hug me, don't hug me, right? To be able to release, relax, and to let the hug wash over you. Oh. To let the chair hold you when you want to collapse. To let the room comfort you. Those are the gifts that we receive from people's talents. It is a talent. It is a teachable, hard-won talent to listen. When I was in ministerial school, we had a teacher when we did hospice and hospital chaplaincy who taught us the ministry of hum. Don't say any words, just hum. So people know you're with them and you hear them, but you don't interrupt them. And that is an incredible gift of tithing. You are tithing your presence to someone, and you are receiving their knowledge, their experience, their wisdom. That's another giving and receiving. The last one is treasure. And as I mentioned, that's the one that is the most hard for us, right? Because, it triggers everything about there's not enough. Everything about I'm going to starve, I'm going to be on the street, I'm going to be homeless, and then I'm going to die, right? And I'm not kidding, because that's where our minds go. When there's a financial catastrophe or something happens, or someone else is elected president and the stock market takes a crash and everybody panics and we are hardwired, even if you grew up in a New Thought family and a New Thought understanding, to say that there is more than enough. We can give the words to it. But as I shared with you last week, when it comes to physical money, we often get triggered. Last week, I shared you the story about how I used to take $100 bills and rip them up in front of people just to watch their reaction, right? Because money is energy, right? But what's really true about this is that it is an energy that cannot be destroyed. It cannot be destroyed. And when we take this moment to understand that, when we take the moment to understand that treasure is a gift that we get to give to create more of what we want. If we want something more in the world, we must invest in it. If we want more of a building, a house, we must invest in that house. If we want more of a car, we must invest in that car. If we want more spirituality in our life, we have to invest our time, talent, and treasure into that spirituality. Now, if I were going to tell you that this is what we need to do, then you want to go to a retreat, you will find the money to go to that retreat, won't you? Because that great teacher is teaching it. That great experience is happening. And there are tangible things that come from it. And what happens, though, is that we also get triggered in our fear. That there's not enough. But we teach, I believe, that we live in an infinite universe. Infinite. And there is no lack. That as you give, you receive. But we often say, well, I'm going to hedge that. I won't give the full amount. I won't give the full tithe. What if you had to tithe more than 10%? What if the spiritual thing that was calling you was to give greater? Edwin Gaines, a Unity minister, used to say, you can't outgive God. You can't outgive God. And that's just an amazing principle. But what I want to say is that the universe keeps a perfect set of books. Marianne Williamson said that, right? Is that there's a balance sheet, a ledger, and that as you give, you receive. And I have a question online, I believe, correct?
This comes from Julia. She says, what do you do when you have no idea what to prioritize?
What do you do when you have no idea what to prioritize? Close your eyes. Imagine what the next step is. And do that. Imagine, because that is the next thing. You take the one baby step forward. So a baby step may be that you're giving a certain amount. The next baby step is that you commit to it regularly, right? So I don't feel like it today. One of the things that transforms everything is commitment to what we say we believe. So I'm going to tell you a story. Many of you weren't here for this. Before we bought this building, we had a building on Bush Street, right? We sold that 3,000 square foot building in 2019 for $6 million. $6 million for 3,000 square feet. That was pretty incredible, right? And we bought this one that we're sitting in here right now for 2.78. 2.7, which after we paid all the fees, we had a small loan out on the old building that we had paid, and we had paid the broker's fees and everything. We were left with $2.75 million. And it came to the board of trustees. What do? Do we tithe on this money? We have $2.7 million in the bank that is profit from the sale of our building, and we purchased a new building. You can imagine the conversation that went on in that board meeting, right? Can you feel it right now? I've just given you $2.7 million. To tithe on that would be $275,000. Are you ready to write the check right now, today, for $275,000 to where you are spiritually fed? I heard everything at this board meeting from, no. Can't we wait and find out if we need to spend it all? And then trust me, we could spend $2.75 million really easily. There is more than enough. Someone literally said that to me when we were giving them something, and they said, but shouldn't you wait till you find out if you need it? Of course we're going to need it. The idea is to know that that there's more coming, that this is part of giving and receiving. This is how we're in the flow, of life. People said, well, can we give a lesser amount? And I said, well, do we believe our teachings or not? Do we believe our teachings, or are we just giving lip service to them? How do we stand up here on Sunday and ask our community to support us, to tithe to us, to give us of their offerings, if we're not willing to do it when it comes to us? No wonder religion gets a bad name. No wonder people think religious organizations are hypocritical, right? Because it is difficult to walk your talk. It is difficult to walk, period. But it is difficult to walk your talk and to speak about it at the same time. Let me put it that way. So to understand that, yes, this is hard, but this is the greatest part too. I have to tell you, I got the privilege, so the board finally decided, yes, we are tithing on this money. This is a gift. This is a benefit. So we tithe to our national organizations. We tithe to people here who are finished. We tithe to Urban Angels. We tithe to Karen Ray's Vision Fund that restored sight to people in India. We tithe to all kinds of organizations, the school that creates Unity Ministers. We tithe all over. And in the years we took to distribute the tithe, and in the years we were waiting to renovate this building, the money sitting in investment accounts made more money. So I calculated it. I totaled it up. We didn't tithe $2.75 million. We tithed over $500,000. Because yes, we tithe on the money we make from money in the bank. Yes, that's the principle. That's the wholeness. That's the infinite flow that you can move into when you're in line with life. Scary as hell. But to write that check and hand someone a $100,000 check, you cannot believe the joy that comes from it. But I can also take to you today that if you write a $100 check or a $1,000 check or a $10 check, and that represents a huge chunk of your income and your prosperity, your wealth, that it can give you the same feeling of joy if you know you are giving it to someone who will turn it into something that is more precious than the gold on the screen behind me. Turn it into a spiritual lesson for people who need it. That we tithe not just for ourselves, but for the people who are coming through the door for the first time, for the people who are turning on their computer or on Facebook and see this teaching for the first time, and it changes their life. For the people who cannot see over the horizon, who cannot see the vibrant future ahead of them. We create this space not just for ourselves, but as giving to others so that they may find this teachings which changes and transforms our lives. That's why we give of our treasure. And it is really easy to say, well, I have too many bills, I can't do it. What are you prioritizing in your life? What do you want more of? More bills? Or do you want more of what lights you up? What is truly important to you? That's the question that my husband and I wrestle with. Because trust me, I am not immune to this. You know, the deck on my house is falling off. It's tens of thousands of dollars. The HVAC, the car. You know, I just spent $4,000 fixing my car. I get it. I totally get that we all have financial pressures. But what do we prioritize? As a community, we do it. As a board of trustees and we do it every month. We look at where we're giving, because what do we want more of? And back to this two-way street. I have a question here before I get to two-way street. Yes. No, people online can't hear you if you...
I've always wondered, the percentage of 10%, how did that come about?
Yeah, so I'm so grateful you've asked this. 10% is a biblical injunction that I believe doesn't have much validity in our current life. 10% is what supposedly is what claims from that when farmers were planting their crops, they held back, or reaping their crops, they held 10% back as seed to replant in the next year. So it comes from the idea of investing in next year's growth, right? But 10% is a powerful number because it is a stretch for many of us. Let's put it that way. I always play with generous giving. So I like to round up. My husband was one of these kinds who ties down to the penny, right? It's just like, okay, so 10% would be this, and he tied to the penny. I said, well, can we just round that up to the next big number, right? And so when I have my fantasies about, I'm going to win the lotto tomorrow and I'll have $4 million. I get to tithe $400,000. Well, why not make that 5? Right? Well, I've just got $4 million. What's the difference? So I like to play with rounding it up, and I do often round. Like I round up a tip at a restaurant. I always round it up. I don't tip to the penny. So I like to go because it makes me feel more prosperous. So Eric Butterworth, Darlene, talks about it this way. Tithing is a practice. It's supposed to stretch you. It's supposed to be uncomfortable because the uncomfortable part is the one that takes you beyond what you already are, takes you beyond what you're already doing. So when you stretch yourself into a new way of being, you stretch yourself into a new you. You let go of the old confines, those people that, like your parents and your teachers and the world that tells you there's not enough, it's a zero-sum gain, I got to get mine, and we stop hoarding, and we move into this feeling of joy in giving, the peace and the serenity of giving, the excitement of giving. And think about it. How many people love getting birthday gifts? Right? Those are people giving you their treasure. That's people giving you their treasure. How do you receive it? I'm going to tell a story. So part of that story about ripping up the $100 bill, I didn't tell you the end of it. Then the next thing I did is, after I ripped up the $100 bill and watched everybody freak out, I took out another $100 bill, crisp, smells good, brand new $100 bill, and I raised it up. And in this class, I remember this one particular class, I did it and said, who deserves this? And the first person that raised their hand got it. He's sitting right over there. And at the end of class, he came up to me and he said, you know what? After I took that $100 bill from you, I didn't hear a word you said the rest of the class because I was so uncomfortable with the money that I turned and I gave it to the guy sitting next to me because I couldn't. It made me so uncomfortable. To be truly prosperous, you must be able to receive. You must be able to receive your good. You cannot be prosperous, abundant, unless you're willing to receive your good, to know intrinsically that you're worthy. Because here's the thing, you will only create wealth to the level you think you deserve it, and you're worthy of it. And giving and receiving are abundance. Giving and receiving is a practice. It is a muscle we build to be able to receive our good, to give it, knowing that there's more. And the final point I want to make about this two-way street that we have to be on is that one of the things that I said to the board as we made that decision was there was a belief I uncovered in that discussion that was fundamental to my exploration. I believed somewhere deep in my body that that was the only windfall that Unity San Francisco was going to get, that $2.7 million we'd never see again. And I thought we should hold on to it on some level because what if there's no more, right? And when I realized that was a encrusted belief, a calcified belief in my system, I was able to let go of it and say, yes, we should tithe fully on this money because there is always more. I know that there is an infinite flow of good coming to us. And when we stand in our worthiness and understand that flow will come to us even greater than that. I look forward to the day that 2.7 million is nothing. It's a rounding error in our bank accounts, right? That's the kind of idea that living in the practice of tithing of your time, talent, and treasure can bring you to. Whether you're tithing of your time for your spiritual growth, tithing of your talent and receiving others' talents with joy and appreciation, and tithing and giving of your talents, of your treasure, with abandon, with joy, with wisdom, with purpose. What do I want to create more of? What do I want to make happen in this world? That's what changes everything. Let's take that to our time of meditation. I'm going to invite the music team to play. And we're going to use a Ricky Byers tune. I'm going to hand this off to Misa. I invite you to get comfortable, to let the chair hold you, the seat hold you, to let this music transport you. And once again, to notice where you are emotionally. What are you feeling? Where's your head? What are you thinking? Where's your gut? How is it reacting? This moment, back to Julia's question, is how you discern what the next step is. This moment is where you know what your spiritual practice is calling you to stretch into. This moment is when your humanness meets your spiritual truth. Right here, in this now breath, the two meet. The infinite, eternal you. The one that cannot be diminished, dismissed, and can never decease. And the human you, who knows fear, who knows concern and worry, and who knows doubt. The two can coexist together in a beautiful dance of wisdom, understanding, experience, and experimentation. So right here and right now, in this moment, I invite you to let them dance together, to let the wisdom and the experience waltz, to let the fear and the knowing rumba, and let it all wash over you. In the silence, in the music, in the peace, we sit and know. We let it all be. There's a universe of good waiting for us to say yes. We let the abundance wash over us. We let the joy wash over us. We let the peace come from us. We let the enthusiasm seep out of our very pores. In this dance of giving and receiving, we know the truth. We are so blessed. And we let that be.
We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the joy wash over us. We let it be. Wash over us. We let it be.
Namaste.
Well, earlier in the service, we mentioned the spiritual connection card, which is right here in your paper bulletin. And if you're online, it's also a link in the chat. And this is the part of the service where you can think about, you can put legs to this message, right? Like feet and legs, hands.
Yes,
all
setting my intention in motion.
Am I on? Oh, hello, this is David.
Oh.
Hello.
It was on earlier. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Still green.
I'm green.
Oh. Ephraim, thank you. You're the best. All right, so there's ways to put our intention in motion to say, from a moment of inspiration of a Sunday talk, there are some intentions that I want to declare on a spiritual connection card. So look at your Sunday bulletin.
And so as we read these, think what resonate most with you, check them, and in just a moment, we're going to drop them in the offering basket where Reverend Ken will hold them in his prayers throughout the week. Right. So the first one, what's the first one, Ty?
Lean into giving and receiving. Let me lean in this week.
Ooh, the next one's to take time to learn and grow. That's a big investment.
Right,
Yeah.
take the time. I share my abundant talents. I can choose this week to find places and make it my awareness realize I'm sharing my abundant talents right now.
Yeah, and this one's going to be a fun one. Enjoy life's treasures.
Right. So please fill this out. There's also room for you to put a little affirmation of your own or to write a prayer request. Drop this in the offering basket when it comes around in just a moment.
Yeah. And following service, we're going to have a spiritual discussion group downstairs if you're here in the building. It'll be in our classroom. And if you're online, just stay in that Zoom room. And we will be able to talk about the lesson and dive a little bit more and get to know each other. Well, it's a great international unity meeting, right?
As Reverend Ken was talking here at Unity San Francisco, we believe in giving you the opportunity to practice engaging that wheel of giving and receiving, to know that as I give, I receive. And so we invite you to give to Unity San Francisco, whether you're giving of your time, your talent, your treasure. But there are a variety of ways to give. There's the white envelope in the chair seat in front of you. And you can scan the QR code on the screen. You can click the donate link in the chat if you're viewing with us live online. There's different ways to give to Unity San Francisco.
And the ushers are coming forward. We'll have we have an affirmation to seal this time of giving. And the affirmation goes...
I think we're going to sing it because Misa made a new song for us to sing our affirmation.
So I will sing it once, and I invite you to sing it with me. I like
Yes.
the clicker, so
clicker.
somebody's got to manage that.
I give with abundant love and joy. As I give, I receive. Sing. I give with abundant love and joy. As I give, I receive. Last time and anchor it. I give with abundant love and joy. As I give, I receive.
And Daigle, everybody.
Hey, everybody, I would not leave the room if I were you, Bruce. Dave. Sorry. I wouldn't leave the room if I were you. So this is a special service. I really do believe that we need to, like I said earlier, practice what we preach. So the ushers are coming around right now with a gift for you. So you'll take one of these white envelopes from the basket as it comes around. We have more than enough for everyone here in the room and so for some of the people downstairs. So it is our tithe. Last month, we took in a certain amount of money, and we're giving it to you because you spiritually feed us. You're being here, you're asking the questions, you're serving here, your presence here, your journey, your spiritual journey is part of the joy. So take the gift. You can open it. What I ask is you not put it back in the offering baskets, which are still going around too. If you're online, you can get one if you fill out a spiritual connection card. So if you haven't filled out the spiritual connection card online with your full address, please do right now before the end of service, and we will mail you this financial gift, this tithe of our treasure back to you. So everybody can open your envelope. You can see what's in it, right? If you want to give it to hospitality, I invite you to give it to hospitality. It costs us $500 a week to run hospitality. Did you know that? Even with what people bring, still costs us $500 a week to run hospitality. And that's our gift to you too. So that flow of giving and receiving is part of what we're all involved in. So Alan loves this. He never knows when it's coming. Did you know it was coming today, Alan? Surprise, surprise. For all of you online, here we are. We are here on the right day, right? So I want you to hear this. We do this because we are here because of you, and that your questions, your joy, your testimonies, your struggles are why we serve. And to have this be a gift to you, I invite you to really contemplate, like Julia asked, what do you know the next step is? What is the next step for this money? Where do I want to invest it? 10% of $20, which is in every one of your envelopes, is $2. Where do you want to invest it? Or if you want to give more than that, that goes to Darlene's question. How much of this do I give? And where do I give it? And that's where the joy gets to come on and be from. So thank you for spiritually feeding us. Thank you for everything you do for us. Thank you for all the good you do in the world. We see you, we honor you, and we love you. Thanks.
Amen. Thank you.
Right.
What a beautiful message.
Right. Ways to engage the cycle of giving and receiving. Thank you for participating.
And for our announcements, yeah.
We have some announcements. We want to mention that we have welcome team training that's happening next Sunday from 1:30 to 2:30. Did somebody greet you today, give you a bulletin, give you a hug maybe? Come join us and be a participant in that giving of love.
And then the next one is awesome and fierce. I love it. Discovery. It's our a quarterly event
public speaking
series.
Right.
And we're going to hear women share their stories, reveling in the rising again.
Yes.
This is March 16th in the middle of Women's History Month. Check that out. It'll be on a Sunday from 2 to 5. It'll also be streamed online. So
yes, 6 different women who discovered the power of pause as they were searching within themselves to build a business or a movement or some sort of activity that helps the world. So come and join us for these 6 women sharing their stories of the power of the pause. And the next announcement
is our annual member meeting. So everyone is welcome to attend this. It is March 30th on a Sunday, and you'll hear about kind of the logistical operational updates that are going on within the church. It'll be also streamed online as well.
Yep.
And if you have any prayer requests, one of our lovely prayer chaplains who are wearing the white stoles are here to hold space and see the higher watch for you. You can also drop a prayer request online as well.
Yes, and thank you to everybody who makes Unity San Francisco possible. Thank you to the hospitality team, to the ushers and greeters, to our wonderful board of trustees, to everybody who serves here, but also thank you to all of you, because participating and practicing together is what Unity San Francisco is about.
Your presence matters.
Yes.
All right. As the music team, we invite you to stand as you are willing and able for our closing song.
Yep.
So choreography, everybody. Sing pretty now. Here we go. My eyes are wide and open. My eyes can see. My mind is filled with knowing. My mind believes I am awake. I am awake. Once you know where your freedom lies, you can't go back and close your eyes. The truth, it cannot be denied. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. My heart is clear and growing. My heart can see. My soul is full of knowing. My soul believes I am awake. I am awake. Once you know where your freedom lies, you can't go back and close your eyes. The truth, it cannot be denied. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. Once you know where your freedom lies, you can't go back and close your eyes. The truth, it cannot be denied. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light. All right, we have come to the time where I'm going to introduce these fabulous men. I'm going to do all of them. We're going to start over here with our senior choir member and lead baritonette, Marty Carlson. Our newest choir member, Robbie. Followed by Craig. We have Ryan Harvey, our director of AV and operations. In the band, on guitar, Luke Schwartz. On the drums, Brian Fischler. On the bass and the saxophone, Mark Baum. And on the keys, our musical director, Arthur Koo. We like to anchor these services with an affirmation. I will say it once. I invite you to say it with me. I enjoy life's treasures. Oh, that's a good one, isn't it? Kind of want to sing it. Sing, I enjoy life's treasures.
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 I enjoy.
And so it is. Now I know where my freedom lies. I can't go back and close my eyes. The truth, it cannot be denied. I am the light, I am the light, I am the light. I am the light, I am the light, I am the light. I am the light, I am the light, I am the light. I am the light, I am the light, I am the light. Last time, sing. I am the light, I am the light, I am the light. Happy Sunday! 1, 2, 3. I enjoy life's treasures. I enjoy life's treasures. I enjoy life's treasures. I enjoy life's treasures. Come on. I enjoy life's treasures. I enjoy life's treasures. Come on. Sing, I enjoy life's treasures.